That being said, I've got a very exciting deck today. We are playing a updated version of the Urborg Cabal Coffers deck that we all love so well, with a very exciting new card from Dominaria United, the Cruelty of Gix. I know that 5-mana sagas are not usually cards that you see in Modern, but it's very important to remember that when you are thinking about mono-black Coffers cards, when you're thinking about mono-black 5-drops in general, 5-mana spells really act and perform like 4-drops in this deck, where on turn 4, if you have Urborg's Cabal Coffers, and with 4 Expedition Map, 4 Profane Tutor, you're going to have that very consistently. You get to cast these cards on turn 4. So I think you should always take an extra look at any mono black or colorless 5-drop for that purpose. And so we've been playing a decent amount of this version in the past. I've liked it. The plan before Cruelty of Gix was you're going to play 4 Unmarked Grave, 4 Persist in the main deck, and then have game 1 have a lot of nut draws, and that you can in game 2 and 3 side out your animation spells and be a bit more flexible. And I like that plan. However, with Cruelty of Gix's ability to tutor any cards to your hand, I think it makes more sense to play a wider range of tutor targets. So I have some experimental cards in here. I'm not 100% sure every tutor target is going to be a good one, but I do think it makes sense to test out some stuff. I played some of this deck last night. It felt like good enough for the stream, I'll say, but we're down to just 1 Unmarked Grave, 1 Persist as tutor targets for either Profane Tutor or Cruelty. I think it's good to have an Invoke Despair as a tutor target, a Damnation. I have a one that I'm kind of speculative on that I didn't have last night when I was testing is Mind Shatter, which is a pretty exciting card. It's Mind Twist, which is a card that's banned in Legacy, plus 1 black mana. Plus 1 black mana. Target player discards X cards at random, black, X. And I think this card is like somewhat reasonable. I think it's very interesting, at least. I'm kind of excited about it, I'll say. We just 1 copy of that card. Thought Distortion. Yeah, I have 1 Thought Distortion on the sideboard. So I had this yesterday, and I liked it yesterday. That was before I put the Mind Shatter in the main deck, and so this might be a little bit redundant, but I think I'm going to keep both of them for now. We'll probably do some tweaking and changing as today goes on, I imagine. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time in the deck, and it's just like I've been wanting to play 1 Witch's Cottage and the Golos Archon version of Mono Black for a long time, and I just haven't been like that. I don't think it's like that big of a change that I really wanted to like dedicate a day to stream it, but now that we have a lot of other new tech, I'm pretty interested. Yeah, I think I agree with maybe a little lost in the sauce, but this is the time of the set release to get lost in the sauce. I will say that also playing with Founding the Third Path, read ahead as a mechanic makes these sagas really hard to evaluate, but read ahead is super powerful. It is super powerful, flexible. I think it's very easy to look at these sagas and evaluate them through the lens of evaluation that you would be. Oh, sorry. There was one more change I wanted to make. I wanted to cut the second Castle Loch Twain for the third Urborg. Just try to more consistently have it on turn 3 or turn 4. Let me do that real quick. I think it's very easy to just look at these and evaluate them as normal sagas, but the read ahead is a crazy mechanic. Mind Shadow, have I lost my touch? I never had my touch in the first place, you know what I mean? I mean, to be honest, like, these are the kind of cards that I'm always, like, playtesting off stream. Cards that are, like, very interesting, and people, maybe don't have the stones to test them, you know what I mean? This is usually the kind of card I would playtest off stream and determine if it's good or not. I basically played this deck. I think I had, like, a second Damnation instead last night, and this morning I just wanted to try the Mind Shatter. And this is that kind of this time of the set release is my time to break that playtesting rule. Hey, sorry, the dogs are playing, but I don't want them to get in the habit of playing while I'm streaming. This is the time of the rotation that I gonna break that rule. Do a little bit of playtesting on stream, although that's because there's just like not enough time in the day to do as much as I would want to, Alright, this hand's pretty good if you can draw Cabal Coffers, Unmarked Grave, which I only have 1 of, Archon of Cruelty, Profane Tutor Expedition map. It's a really wide range of draws, and we're on the draw. I'm gonna keep. Ooh, this is a Mind Shatter matchup. This is a Mind Shatter matchup if I've ever seen one. I'm gonna take one of the Tri-Builders here. Archon's a good draw because we can Thoughtseize ourselves, by the way. Not sure if that was clear. Thirst is not a very good draw. Yeah, just take the Explorer, try to hinder their mana here. So now we're hoping to draw mostly just map or Cabal Coffers. Ding, 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 ding. Is there any way I just Blood Chief's Thirst this? Probably not. Probably should save that for like a Dryad. So I know my opponent's hand is Soccer Tribe Elder, Lightning Bolt Wish. Sorry, Lightning Bolt Wish mystery card, then another mystery card after they draw. So they're gonna wish for a Valakut. Very notably, the ability here to Cruelty of Gix spec Soccer Tribe Elder is interesting. Although here I think I'm just likely to go Chapter 1, see if I snipe a creature. I do, 2 creatures. Dryad, Primeval Titan. I'll take the Titan. And the next turn I can tutor for Unmarked Grave and put an Archon into play. What does read ahead mean? So instead of having to start at Chapter 1, like the old style of sagas, read ahead allows you to start at any chapter you want. Which is very, very big. Oh, dude, next turn I get to reanimate Primeval Titan. Next turn I get to reanimate Primeval Titan. Holy shit. It's probably like a bit overkill here, I suppose. Okay, they have no cards in their hand. Okay, I will say very good first showing for the Cruelty, huh? Obviously, like, likely a good matchup. Okay, so I'm very likely to be going way down on this spot removal. Gonna bring in my Lilianas. They weren't playing snow-covered basics, right? They're just playing regular mountains, yeah. Voidwalker is really good if we compare it, if we can get a Titan. It's also some cheap pressure. Don't think you want Thought Distortion. I have so many ways to edict their creatures. I don't think I want any of these spot removal spells. I bring in an Emrakul. I bet this wins a lot of the time. I guess you have to time it super well. One Emrakul, other Emrakul, Cavern just for more lands. Yeah, I'll just play the Cavern, maybe. Hit those land drops. Yeah. Oh, wastes. I guess it's a little bit better than wastes. Not much, though. Okay, I'm gonna look in this hand. Okay, natural Urborg Coffers. We have a turn 3 Cruelty, or turn 4 Cruelty. They go through the neat thoughts on the Recto Sobash Ponza deck for the challenge top 8 seems neat. I agree that it seemed neat. I didn't think that it looked super good to me, to be honest. I've played against it a couple times. I'm not sure that I've lost to it at this point. Maybe I have. How often are we casting Mind Shatter for less than 4? That's going to be better than Uncounterable Thought Distortion. Well, so Thought Distortion does not hit every card. It only hits non-creatures, and so like hitting Yorion, hitting Omnath is like very big. But that is a good question. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's still something I'm like messing around with and trying to figure out for myself, of course. But is playing one Vampire Hexmage to reset Saga a viable strategy? Probably not. The game's a little loosey-goosey. Okay, I love them having no acceleration here. think the marsh flats are better than regular swamps. There's a really good chance that I'm going to go cruelty, discard them, and then get mind shatter, and then get rid of their whole hand. Yeah, I guess some number of thirst for Ren and 6 is probably correct, although we still have some answers for it. 3 red mana. Wait, are they also... They're a polymorph variant? No, they have Alpine Moon, fuck. Oh, they might name Urborg by mistake, though. No, they named the coffers. We concede. Cut the Godless Shrine. I already cut the Godless Shrine for a swamp. I don't think you want 2 Castle Loctwain the more I play with that card. Okay, good to know they have access to Wish for that. Voidwalker on the play also is really good against Ren and 6, though. I think I'll play... Let's play 1. Thirst. Yeah, they just run mine as a way to make a sheep creature. Slow hands. Probably have to keep on 6. Cut Invoke. I don't mind Invoke here. I don't think I do, at least. How do you beat Alpine Moon? You just cast your spells, you know what I mean? Like, all your lands still just tap for a mana, and you curve out, like, you know, I guess you have the Archons, but your curve is not so high that Invoke, or Alpine Moon is just, unbeatable. You also have a Blast Zone. But, that is, I think, one of the big strengths of this deck over Tron, besides getting to play the cheap interaction, is that your curve is just, you know, you just get to start casting your spells. Yeah, Invoke Despair kills it too. Alright, really hoping to draw a Urborg or Coffers. Rough. So what am I going to Profane Tutor for? Maybe I might just grab Liliana. Obviously grabbing a Coffers is pretty appealing, but I might not be able to do anything. Okay. Maybe I should have got the 5. I don't know. I mean, I just draw 2 Goloses off the top. Just really tough. I'll get the Coffers. Can't cast anything. Another 5-drop. I've played this many 5. I played it, or almost this many 5-drops. So I'm playing 1 extra today. Just let them cast the Titan. Seems to have like non-functional draw this game. Does my opponent have nothing? Seems like they have something, huh? Alright, tough start. Mono Black Coffers is also a deck where you like kind of have to run hot to some extent. I'm also like, you know, I haven't played the deck in a while. I maybe have forgotten like what the range of keepable hands looks like. It was nuts last game though, or last match. Okay, we have our mana. Gonna put back Cottage. Swamp? Cottage, yeah. Cottage Swamp. And then we get to... So we get to go turn 1 Swamp, turn 2 Profane Tutor, turn 3 Crack Map, turn 4 whatever 5-drop we want. We're on the play against the Giganta deck though. Isn't the Karn version the most effective? At least it has been in my experience. I've always actually preferred, or not always preferred, but I've preferred the version with Unmarked Grave Persist, like the full 4 of each. I've always felt like, okay, we're playing against Grixis Shadow. Matchup I don't usually like that much. Yeah, we just put 4 copies of Unmarked Grave, 4 copies of Persist, and that way you have like a high range of like nut draws where you either have Unmarked Grave Persist or you have Cabal Coffers Urborg. I like that one more than the Karn version. That being said, you know what I mean? It's like this is, we've got a new, oh awesome, hit Thoughtseize, we have no spells in hand. We're testing the new cards. That's what I like to do when new cards come out. I like to test the new cards. Powerful 5 mana black spells like Cruelty of Gix, which is a super duper powerful black spell. Are very, very exciting because they effectively cost, or you can cast them on turn 4 in this deck, and They scale well into the late game. Cruelty of Gix can immediately reanimate a creature. Immediately tutor something if you don't want to use the discard mode. Very powerful card. Yeah, the Turbo Emrakul one was pretty fun, huh? Do you think Moto will fix the See the Truth bug? I think so. I mean, I would say that my confidence wouldn't be so high if this was a few years ago, but Wizards has been really good about fixing bugs quickly. It'll take them a couple weeks. It's, you know, I know it's a 25-year-old client being held together by scraps, but they have been pretty good about it lately. Kind of surprised they're not attacking first here. So am I just going to tutor Damnation? I mean, I could try to use Blast Zone to answer the Shredders and get a Golos this next turn. I feel like the Damnation looks pretty good, though. If they hold 2 mana up, I need to make sure I don't have 4 cards in my yard and get drowned locked. But I only have 3. No, I'll have 4 because of the Profane Tutor. So I need to get a 5-drop then. I just can't get the Damnation, have it get drowned. So I think that, or I guess they might just drown the Profane Tutor because they can't drown a 5-drop here. Is that the line? Okay, so big draw step then. You never got hit by Ragavan before, kid? I've been getting hit by Ragavan before you were born. Still crying about Faith Shield? What's bugged with Faith Shield? So in theory, we go down to 7 here, maybe less if they double connive. If you draw a 1-mana removal spell, pop the Blast Zone, kill Ragavan. We also theoretically have 7 mana next turn, which doesn't quite let us top deck Archon, I guess. The exile Mire with Iteration. No, Wall of I'm convinced the Wall of Roots bug can't be fixed. The Faithful Hour just doesn't work. Brutal. Brutal. Okay, so we're taking 7 down to 6. No, my cruelty. My cruelty wasn't stabilizing us here. Ever casting Thoughtseize here? I don't think so. They're probably working on the Sarah Paragon bug. I didn't know that there was a Sarah Paragon bug. Oh wait, does the Sarah Paragon gains you 6 life instead of 2? Is that what it is? I think I might have seen something like that on Twitter or something. Actually kill this now. Probably should have done this main phase. Okay. Wait. Didn't the Fiddlebender player top for the challenge with 4 Sarah Paragon and it's bugged? Obviously, probably didn't know, but it doesn't correctly apply the exile clause to permanence. That's interesting. A lot better, a lot better that way, huh? Okay. Anything off the top? The third board. We just exiled the second one. Brutal. Okay, we're gonna bring in rest of the Fatal Pushes, the Damnation, the Liliana, the Veils. Likely going to lower the curve some. Going to cut the Mind Shatter. Going to go down on Thoughtseizes. Oh, sorry. I thought I brought in both Lilies already. Oh, I actually grabbed a Voidwalker. Okay. I do think against the Ragavan decks where Cruelty is at its worst. I think I like this configuration, though. Could play a Cavern of Souls. But it's kind of hard for them to drown the Hardcast Archon sometimes. It was never bugged. It apparently isn't supposed to work due to the rules. Sarah Paragon works for lands, and permanents didn't get the exile clause. Well, this like definitely changes my evaluation of the card. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land card from your graveyard or cast a permanent spell with mana value 3 or less from your yard. If you do, it gains when this permanent is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. Exile it, and you gain 2 life.
Did you order something from Star City Games?
No, I would only ever order from TCG Player.
Well, I gave you something.
Yeah, I had to overnight ship cards for tournament chat. How could you out me like this, sweetheart?
Oh.
How could you do this to me? My reputation is in shambles. Okay, let's keep this.
When's the tournament?
It's this weekend.
Oh. It's just because, you know, it says Express.
Listen, it's gonna take years to recover from this. Yeah, delete the VOD. All 1,000 of you are sworn to secrecy. Listen, TCG Player doesn't offer overnight shipping, okay? I gotta get the cards for the tournament. This is the only time I've ordered from Star City Games in the last 2 years, and Esther has immediately destroyed my reputation. I thought for sure I'd be able to get away with it.
I'm sorry.
She's just too honest.
I'm sorry.
What deck am I playing this weekend? I think I'm gonna keep it under wraps a little bit. It's just I was just missing a couple cards from one of the decks I like to play, and I wanted to make sure that I have them. Is that such a crime? I'm gonna main phase this so I could get a map or Thoughtseize. Oh, my opponent. Oh, sorry, I was on the play. I was on the play.
Lucy, come here. Turn on the Lucy.
I'm a good man, chat. I'm a good man. I really do, you know. Only order from TCG Player. I spent $100 on TCG Player last night for a Pioneer deck.
Turn on the Lucy cam.
No, it's alright. It's... Ooh. Uh-oh. The tape is kind of waffling. There we go. Does she like the blanket?
Well, I put the blanket so she doesn't get at the stuffing.
Well, isn't it worse if she gets at the blanket? I guess she probably won't.
She won't. Oh, look. It's a black lotus. And it says Lucy.
Exile and Holy Heat. Think we lose our Liliana, most likely. No, but yeah, we've already used our Witch's Cottage, so no getting back Golos or Archon with that this game. Cabal Coffers, mana, just, or, you know, tapping for 1 mana here. 6 cards in the opponent's hand. 2 Shredders. Okay, playing right into my Damnation. The way Paragon is worded applies the exile clause to the permanent spell, not the actual permanent once it's in play. So, okay. So are they going to errata it? What's going to happen? They could just buff it. Quad Ledger Shredders? Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Exile's Death Shadow can't cast it. Good for me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 short of a Archon, but we're not under much pressure here, thankfully. Alright. We got Blast Zone, but you know, we can also just cast our spells. Hopefully, I assume they don't have, you know, too much pressure. It's fine. Okay, so this lets me actually cling to dust. It's gonna me turn off the auto yields. Although clinging to dust is awkward since I removed an Archon of Cruelty from my graveyard, and so my Saga and my Persist are worse. So maybe it's good to just not. Although now we're under a lot of pressure here. Yeah, I think with the Shadow being, you know, 5/5, I just need to find something. I've got a lot of answers to it, and this also makes their Drown Deluxe worse. Okay, so I can Golos for Blast Zone here, and Bloodchief's Thirst the Shadow if I want to. Although I'm at 19. I'm at 19, and the Blast Zone is just gonna clean up the Golos, or sorry, clean up the Shadow. I mean, if they have Dress Down, I get it for 13 down to 6, which is still, like, maybe not something I need to be too scared of. Yeah, they changed the UI. I'm still getting used to it. I'll get used to it soon, I think. It's still effectively the same, just like a checkbox. I think it's good so you can see if you're actually yielded or not instead of having to turn off the auto yields. Ooh, Kaito. Blessing against the moon. Yeah, that's why I'm getting it. I don't know if that wasn't clear. Okay, so I think that was an amazing draw. They can't drown this. If they have a heat, they can kill it with the trigger on the stack. They decided just to concede. It has to prevent the game from drawing with an unbreakable loop. So Sarah, wait, hold on. How is this an unbreakable loop? Assuming we're talking about this still. Wissy Soul of Windgrace again soon. Yeah, it's actually my backup deck for today. We're likely to play it today unless we just have so much fun with this that we'll, you know, play it tomorrow probably. Oh boy. We're on the draw. I'm gonna keep. On 6. Okay, I'd like to see Thoughtseize here, not Ragavan, and is pretty resilient to Thoughtseize. Where did Lucy go? Do the mono best of one draft cues fixating your opponent in hand? No, there's no like rigged shuffling like there is on Arena, or at least no confirmed rigged shuffling. The rig shuffling is honestly so lame, you know, these players gotta learn, right? They gotta learn. But I have a hard time with this Thoughtseize, huh? Sarah Paragon's effect is not a spell, activity ability, trigger ability. It's a static ability, but it's not granting the spell and ability that allows it to be cast for alternative costs. It's a static ability changes the rule of the game to allow a spell to cost for its normal cost for a specific zone. Then that same static ability grants the extra ability to that spell if you cast it from any. Yeah, a bit weird. A bit unintuitive, if you ask me. Yeah, it is confirmed that on Arena, they fix your draws for you. I think it's just in best of one or like very specific format. No turn 2, awesome. And just the opening hands, yeah. But yeah, even then, I just like... It's just so lame, because it also, like, just lets you draft really low land count decks, and it lets you, like, players who aren't aware that that's happening have a big disadvantage. Hey Ross, how's it going? Can we get Lucy full screen cam? I can set that up, yeah. Probably wouldn't be too hard to do it right now, actually. Okay, don't mind them drowning this. Maybe they may have a second drown, though. Duplicate this. And then we change this camera to this camera. And it doesn't work. I don't know. I don't know why it didn't work. Okay, I'll just get back to the stream. Ah, now I'm gone. Damn you, chat. Chat. Lucy's still there though. I can't tell if the screen is frozen though. Okay, we're back. Wow, this just resolves. Awesome. So I have 6 mana. Oh, sorry, no, only I have. Yes, I have 6. I have 6. 7. No, 6. 5. Sorry, final answer. 5. Final answer. It's just like the most common math. All distracted. I do feel like they have another drown. I think they should have drowned my other my profane tutor, but I think I just want to double spell here, not let them surveil. Has mana been good as advertised? It has been very, very good. It honestly, like, the speed is not really exactly as high as they claim, but I really can't complain. It's like I pay for their highest tier. I can upload my videos for Channel Fireball that I upload. It takes like 1 minute 1 minute to upload like an hour and a half of footage, where at my old apartment it would take like an hour. And I had Spectrum's highest tier too. Interesting. Notably cannot persist Golos. They have a 3rd drown? No 3rd drown. Let's get the Bajuka Bog and exile that Croxa. It's so bad if they removal spell for Golos and then they get to Croxa. Notably, my Unmarked Grave is in the yard. I only have 1. Okay, well, we won anyways. Cool match. I'm testing it. It's like, I think it's very good against specifically 4-color Omnath. It might be completely unplayable, but it might be good. You know, Mind Twist is a card that's banned in Legacy. This is Mind Twist +1 mana. Adding +1 mana to a card is a big tax, but this is a deck that's making, you know, +1 mana a lot of the time. Oh, I hate you, Ragavan. Think I'll Thoughtseize. Is Torment of Hailfire worse than Mind Shatter? I think so, yeah. Pete, what do you guys think that Torment of Hailfire does? It gets suggested so much, but it's like, Torment of Hailfire is like 8 mana, your opponent doesn't have to do anything, you know what I mean? It's like... what do we feel like this card does? 8 mana... Yeah, it's like, you are not putting any pressure on your opponent as mono black coffers. You're not attacking them almost at all. You know what I mean? Like, their life total is going to be like 15, 16, 17, 20 sometimes. And if you play this against Murktide, their life total is 15. You know, they could go like, and you pay for 8 mana, they could just go like, okay, I'm going to take 12 and I'm going to discard 2 cards and I'm going to kill you, you know? For 6 mana, it's just like... Like, what do you feel like this card does? You know, it's like in Commander, it affects all of your opponents, so you get 3 times the value. Wait, can I not yield through the turn? No, don't do it. Don't Golos. Don't do it. Oh, that's probably fine. Archon is doing 3 of the effective Hailfire by himself. Yeah, but it's also like gaining life as a creature. Your opponents don't get to choose which modes happen. Whereas like Mind Shatter is like 5 or 6 mana, you don't have a hand, you know? You just set the X to whatever their hand is, they have no hand. And it's like a lot less mana intensive. Can set up to double spell sometimes with it, in theory. Okay, so we're gonna get Blast Zone. Probably Blast Zone. Don't think I need a third Cabal Coffers here. I do know that they have Lightning Bolt, which is kind of scary. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to cast my own Golos, though. It doesn't get Spell Pierce, which is nice, and sets me up really well for next turn. Awesome. That being said, there's a good chance I, like, block their Ragavan or block their Golos and they just bolt it. But then I can Bajuka Bog it back, potentially. I have a ton of mana for next turn. So block here. I guess I'll just block the stupid Ragavan. I guess, oh no, this sorry, I should have blocked the Golos. I'm just dead to 2 bolts. What am I doing? Okay, they bolt the Golos, but yeah, this was a mistake. Thankfully, they don't have the second bolt. They do have a second Ragavan. Okay, so I'm gonna have 6 plus 8, 14 mana. 8 plus 5 plus 1 is exactly 14, right? Alright, 15 mana, okay. Oh, sorry, 15. Yeah, 15, sorry, that's exactly 15. Oh, they're F6. Okay. Bombed? They did not draw nearly as well as their last Murktide opponent. My hat is beat to a pulp. When do you want some new ones? Give you a bigger cap? I might need a bigger cap. I'll let you know. I'll pay you for your services, obviously. Thanks again, Sanchez. Rob with 8 months, thank you. Okay, nice to win game 1 against Murktide. Also, gonna bring in our removal, gonna bring in our cavern, gonna bring in our lilies. Going to trim on cruelty. Trim the Mind Shatter. Maybe just do this. Down to 1. Cut the 4th Thoughtseize. Oh, maybe I want all 4 Thoughtseizes. This is tough. Tough sideboard in. On the draw, I can probably cut the 4th Profane Tutor. 4th Archon on the draw. Let's try this. Curry, 3 months ago, thank you. Alright, gonna keep the double Blood Chiefs Thirst on the draw here. Obviously needing to find Urborg or Cabal Coffers. We have map to find the other half, and having 2 1-mana removal spells for the early threats is really nice in this matchup. Also running main deck Moon in blue-red to play against binding printing. Cutting main deck cards like Dress Down or Snare or even Charms. Cutting Dress Down or Snare or even Charms. Well, if you're going to main deck Blood Moon, you should be not playing Archmage's Charm for sure. It's both 3 mana, and Charm is really hard to cast through Blood Moon. That being said, I will say that the metagame has not, like, adjusted so that we are now just living in the Leyline Binding metagame. I have not seen it very often, and I think that for the most part, to make those kind of like big metagame changes, the metagame has to adjust first. It's really hard to like preemptively start main decking Blood Moons because Leyline Binding has been printed. You know what I mean? You just have to wait to see what other people do. Alright, playing some Draw Go. That was a pretty well timed bog. I want to be able to play or get a 3rd Swamp so that if my opponent Blood Moons, I can have Invoke to spare mana. Curry, 3 months and Terrific with an 18. Not going to crack it right now, though. Cavern of Souls would be a really nice draw. I'll take any land, though. Many of the top decks get punished by that, though, I feel. If you feel that way, you should do it, you know what I mean? You should trust your instinct. I don't, like, really agree that much, but like 4-color Omnath is going to be really good against Blood Moon. I think the 4-color Omnath players are going to be really slow to adapt Leyline Binding, but I think it's going to end up being a staple in the deck once they finally figure out how good that card is kind of my prediction. All right, land for Golos, land for Golos. Damn it. Okay. Chilling. That's kind of my prediction, is that the 4-color Omnath players, it's going to take them like a month before they start main decking for Leyline Binding, and they're like, oh, this card's nuts. And then you're going to see a lot of people tweeting like, this is my new tech, Leyline Binding. It's going to be awesome. And I don't know. I don't think that it would be bad to main deck Blood Moon. Some Merc type players have been doing that for a while. I think it's fine. Yeah, we're talking about Blood Moon as anti-Leyline tech. But like one problem about Blood Moon as anti-Leyline tech is like, if your opponent just has 2 basics and one of them is a plane, Leyline Binding costs 3 mana to answer Blood Moon. You know what I mean? Card is already sold everywhere up to like 25. Yeah, the card was nuts when we played it in the blue-white control deck the other day. I think it is going to see a lot more play than it is right now. I haven't really seen many 4-color players adopting it. Obviously, I'm sure some people are. And if you're playing 4-color, I encourage you to adopt it. I think the card is very good. They have a Bolt or Heat? Nope, they just concede. Okay. So lost to Murktide, beat Shadow, beat Murktide. Yeah, Lucy's very good. I didn't see it. I didn't know. I saw the video. I didn't click on it. Sounds interesting. So they mulled a 6. Yeah, I have a Black Lotus blanket. I think it might be officially licensed. I can't remember. It was a Christmas gift from Esther. I mean, I love that she's actually using the chair. It's so cute.
That's a good Lucy.
That's a good Lucy. Oh, there's Athena's down here too. Hold on, let me make sure she knows this is good.
Athena, you don't want one?
I tried to give Athena a treat too. She didn't seem that interested. Oh no, now I'm blurry. This is why you can't be on camera, Athena. Alright, hoping Prince is not back on Tron. Okay, yeah, Prince has been playing a few other decks lately. After doing the trophy race, played mostly Tron back in the day. Prince was our big rival during the first ever trophy race. Do I plan on doing any trophy race soon? I don't plan on it. I might not. Yeah, Athena like usually is hanging out with Esther, but it's like it's because Lucy's here that she wants to hang out. Athena just follows Lucy around all day. For demonic tutors, I'm not. The first trophy race, it was really just me versus Prince. The second trophy race, it was me versus Meninone, demonic tutors, and misplaced Ginger. We're like the we were the ones competing really. Can I get iced? Ice is so nasty here. Ice is gross. I just can't suspend my tutor. It's so brutal. Leyline binding my map. Oh no. First time I've seen that one, huh? However, they missed their third land, or he misses his third land drop, and we can get this on 6. There's third land though. Okay. So I can go Profane Tutor, kill a Rhino if I don't draw a land. I do draw. Oh, I draw a land. I freaking draw Cabal Coffers. Let's go. And I have Profane Tutor coming down next turn, which I think I'm just going to grab another Coffers. Hardcast Archon's really tough for them. Hardcast Archon's really tough for them because I guess, it used to be really tough against them. It used to be really tough against them, and now they have Leyline Binding. Although I can, like, Blast Zone on 6, I still get the ETB trigger. I know it's stick your hit, leave your feedback, starts 5 code niv, vault omnath, good stuff, now clear line binding. I can take a look. I'm not a big fan of bring slide in the 4-color omnath deck. I think you want that lower curve. I don't think you want to be playing any 5-mana threats that's not Solitude or Fury. As much as I have a soft spot for the combo, I don't think it's very good. I do personally like to play like 2 or 3 Eldarmor's Calls in the 4-color deck. I'm pretty partial to the card. Especially, and then have like a bit of like, you know, like you have here, you have your Meddling Mage, you have your Knight of Autumn. I really like Obsidian Charmall too, as a 1 of tutor target in the sideboard. Oh no, they have Teferi? Fuck. Swingy game so far. So this stops my, Profane Tutors. And has Force. Damn it. Pitching the Shortless Agent that just got bounced. I feel like I probably like the 4th Prismatic Ending in the main too. So like cutting the Breach Light package, adding 4th Prismatic Ending, 4th Eldarmor's Call, something like that. Okay, hold on. This is, I think, 7 mana, right? Yeah, 7 mana. So I can put 3 counters on Blast Zone, I can put 2 counters on Blast Zone. Very good draw from our opponent. Pardon me, I also like to play the 4th Ephemerate and the 4th Ice Fang. So maybe you play still just 2 Eldarmor's Calls, so 4th Ice Fang, 4th Ephemerate, 4th Ending, but you can also go down to 1 Witness and play, and then have the extra Eldarmor's Call too, and you can find the Witness off the call. You know, so much about this 4-color Omnath deck comes down to personal preference. It's really hard to give like a super, you know, divisive opinion on anything, because everything is reasonable. Everything is reasonable. You could crack Blessed during upkeep to get Tutor. I know I could have done that. I was interested in keeping my land around so I could hardcast the Archon. My opponent didn't force of negation either of my earlier Bloodchief's Thirst, so I was thinking maybe my opponent didn't have it. But I would have had to, instead of casting the Thirst with the Fairies, put the counters on instead. The Vindicates and the sides seem fine. I'm not sure. I'm assuming, obviously, that these are for the big mana matchups, which I do think you need to hedge against. There may be better options. Like 1 Magus of the Moon as an Eldarmor's Call target is, unfortunately, probably pretty good. I think I'll put just 2 counters. So now an Archon does not stabilize. I need to draw my Damnation. Cruelty of Gix can tutor Damnation, but I don't have enough mana to cast it, so we'll just go to the next game. I'm going to bring in extra Damnation for sure. I'm going to keep it the Mind Shatter in this matchup, I think. In this matchup, I find that you definitely need to prioritize just assembling your mana as quickly as possible. I think I can keep like 3 Thirsts for the Teferis. I think the extra land is fine. Aeon's Torn is pretty unbeatable for them. I guess, no, not anymore because of Wayline Binding. Lucy sneezed and the Athena freaked out, jumped up. Let's play the Aeon's, or the Promised End. Let's try this. What is the chains? Yeah, we're playing the Mind Twist, we're playing Cruelty of Gix, we're playing Witch's Cottage. We have a lot of like new techie cards here. My problem with Dothi is it dies to Fire Ice, it dies to all of their removal, really. Not in love with the sand. I think we'd find enough to keep. Is it crazy for this deck to play Karn in place of Cruelty? No, but we've also done that we've done that many times. You know, we've played tons and tons of mono black coffers with Karn. That is still a reasonable way to build a deck. One thing I don't like about that is how you just don't get to play much of a sideboard at all. I have found Cruelty to be pretty good so far, but it is it is still a work in progress. But I'm just playing with the new cards. Suspends the Footfalls. I don't think I want to draw Swamp. I'll just get this here. Let's keep thinning it a little bit. I will unmark Grave and Archon, and then a Cruelty of Gix or a Persist is going to let me put that into play. I'm going to save this Polluted Delta for a Witch's Cottage. Might even just Cottage back the Archon I have here. So kind of hope they go end of turn, Violent Outburst, and then I can Damnation the next turn, get both Rhinos. Although I guess I just have to Damnation these right now. I think Boseiju Shutterzal is only playable in Calibrated Blast. I don't think any card is only playable in any one deck. Or like, you know, I think that like kind of mindset is not super productive. Oh, I thought this was coming down next turn. Okay. Miscounted. Okay, can Bloodchief's Thirst that. Ode to War is interesting with all the domain cards. I don't think I was playing it. Okay, if I draw a Cabal Coffers... Oh, well... Nice. Do you think Rhinos is underplayed? It's underplayed. It's people. You know, I don't say this lightly. People have become very bored of Rhinos. That being said, Leyland Binding is amazing in the deck. It has super repetitive gameplay, and myself and I think most Rhinos pilots just kind of like prefer to like play it in tournaments sometimes and kind of just try other things in leagues because the deck is, you know, can be so repetitive. Let's go cast Cruelty. I think I like going chapter 1 here just so I can see their hand. I might get to take something. Yep. Take the Teferi. And then next turn I can tutor up, invoke Despair, and get rid of the Leyline, get my Archon back. This is our second time casting Cruelty. Second time it's been good. Just as if we're keeping up with our evaluations, I guess. They drew Island for turn. Hardcast Fury, but it's going to die to the Archon ETB, or, you know, both their creatures will die to the sack effects here. No cards in hand. No hope. We can reanimate Sign of Draco for lifelink on our Archon next turn, or just, you know, Fury. Okay, pretty good game too. I think on the draw, I might be interested in trimming a Profane Tutor. Still have much to bring in. Could play like one Voidwalker, don't like it that much. We just play the 4th Thirst, just one more answer to Teferi. I'm not used to like wanting answers to Teferi against Rhinos, but yeah, Gix reanimates any graveyard. Ooh, we have the Mind Twist. Stop trying to make Mind Twist happen, Spike. Let's keep this. I think I'll put back Takanuma. But it's also on the mold of 6. Has Leyline. Okay, so I should have put back the Persist. Although this doesn't affect, you know, too much. I can get their yard. I can get this out of their yard. Okay, I can Blast Zone it too. Also, can Invoke Despair it. Not something I'm super duper scared of. They're pretty far away from casting the Sign of Draco, actually. The new egg that lets you impulse for 5 for land is good if here's a 1 or 2 of, avoids the effect too much air. I don't know. It's card I kind of want to play with too. I kind of meant to playtest it last night and didn't. I'm not sure if it's one that I'm super into or not. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, well that's an interesting interaction. Urborg reducing the count on Sun and Draco. Good job for Prince to see that. I missed it personally. Probably getting iced here. Another coffers is nice. We'll have 6 mana next turn. But has 4 cards in their hand. 3 cards in hand, all unknowns. Okay. I think I'll just go after their hand here. Okay, just plays out the Leyline Binding, discards 2 lands, okay. So we have a lot more mana next turn. We have 9 mana next turn. Should be a little bit more than that. Hold on. Okay, a lot more than that. Although actually not, because I need to put counters on the Blast Zone. I only get to put 2 counters on it though. They're not F6. I feel like we're gonna get Violent Outbursted. No Violent Outburst. Plays land, passes. Plays land, passes. Sign of Right goes, I did it first. I'm sure other people have done it. I did it last week, like pretty early. Ooh, alright. Should be game. So I wanna tap all my coffers for mana before I go down on the number of swamps by sacking the Blast Zone. Leyline is kind of weird in Rhinos. I feel like usually you see Endurance, although not sure exactly how the list has changed, right? Looks like a Force of Negation. So we can simply Golos plus spin. Exactly enough. Guess I'm getting Castle Lockdwayne. Life total is a little low for Castle Lockdwayne, but don't think I need the 4th coffers. Ooh boy. 1 Emrakul, thank you. But I'm not packing it in. Yeah, sorry about the lawnmower. Oh dude, Leyline Binding. It's a pretty good card, huh? Pretty good hard. Still also, you know, solid turn for us, huh? Okay, hold on. With you Violent Outburst, Cascade, you may cast it. Okay. Easy turn. No! This card's nuts. And I've used my Blast Zone already. And I can't really Castle Lockdwayne here. Maybe I can. It's probably a little greedy. Let's It's kind of like a time walk here. Seize myself. I guess. Prince with mono relevant spells on top. Can bounce the leyline binding that's just in play. Ooh, doesn't though. And gets max punished. So now I need to think, do I Thoughtseize myself? I think I should. Oh, never mind. I still have my Witch's Cottage in the deck, right? It was looking kind of scary there for a second. How was it expanded? We've cast it 2 times today. It's been very good both times. I think that the read-ahead sagas are all super interesting to me, and they're just kind of the kind of cards that you have to play with before you can actually get a good read on them, but they've been, like this and Founding the Third Path have both been playing really well for me. Oh, they don't have a white mana. Does have an ice. Okay, that's pretty good. I could probably try to spin into an Archon first. I'm just gonna do this instead. Spin. Ooh. The life loss on this is pretty tough. Don't have anything to super good to reanimate either because they lane me earlier. I could get back Scion. Yeah, let's reanimate Scion. That's gonna give my Archon lifelink. Although I guess they're good. I get Thoughtseize their binding, but I really can't. I can't. The chapter 2 is not a May, so I'm kind of scared of like dying to that chapter 2. I guess I should probably channel Takanuma, see if I could just like grab an Archon in the top 3. No such luck. Oh, I can just tutor the Archon though. Ah, duh, yeah. Tough card, tough card. A lot of text on it. Yeah, I guess I could have just put 2 more Archons into play, huh? Read ahead is a tough mechanic. Okay, should be fine. Alright, we could just play any card in their deck, huh? Okay, fun game. We are 3-1, 3-1. Can get a 4-1 prediction going. Let's keep this. Hopefully Fatal Push is good. Opponent's a Mold of 6 on the play. Likely up against Living End here, seeing Botanical Sanctum. Damn it. I was going to just go to discard this. I was just going to discard my Archon. Lies, Ost, lies. Okay, take the Profane here. I'm just going to pass. As mine should have been better than 4 mana mine, right? Yeah, we did X equals 3 against 3 cards in hand. Yeah, I think I mostly wanted it for like I mostly wanted it for 4-color Omnath, where like especially with the turns where they put Omnath in their hand, just like eat their whole hand and win the game. But maybe that just means I should be sideboarding it. I might also discard Golos. Street Wraith's pretty good against us, huh? I think I probably shouldn't discard the Golos. Would it Mind Sludge be better than Mind Shatter? I don't know what Mind Sludge is. Is Mind Sludge like COVID brain fog? Is it worth to do with no persist? Yeah, my opponent's living in deck. I'm just gonna lose if I like play my lands and hold up these like fatal pushes. You know what I mean? They also don't have many cyclers. It's gonna be hard cast arc. Or yeah, I've got fatal push for there. Oh, what? Yeah, I guess this is pretty good though. Can push this though. Still have the Golos in our hands. I'll push now because of Force of Negation. Although, yeah, I think I would prefer for them to not force this. Because like right now, the Archon is winning. The Archon is winning the living end fight. It won't win forever, but it just really slows them down. And my opponent hasn't been cycling either. So a Coffer's next turn to cast these. Next turn would be great. Weird game, obviously. Alright, becoming less close, or more close. I think that we'll get used to the new UI. What I like about the check is obviously, like a lot of times I'll like click yield to turn. I just won't know if I'm actually yield to turn. I'll like turn off yields, do it again. Because my opponent's not doing anything. But the check just makes it like, you know, a little bit cleaner. Alright, taking down the tutor. Huge draw. So this is kind of a weird line. I'm gonna cast the cruelty. Maybe just gets forced or something. Okay. But I was gonna get unmarked grave and then tutor another Archon into the yard and then have the ability to reanimate one of the Archons. Here, I think I still get unmarked grave. I can cast both. They just have a third force. Sure. So now we'll get our Cascading Cataracts. And kind of close if we want to play this out or not, I think. Otaku is not a May. Huh. I'll play it out, I think. Is Bog in the main? Why not Bog? I don't... If they living in this next turn, I'm ahead, I think. Because they have to living in on their turn. What's cool about the Golos is, like, I put so much pressure on them because I'm starting to spin. I'm getting a lot of advantage here. And it kind of forces them to living end. And if they do that, then they're losing. And if they don't living end, they're losing. So I'm going to not play my land, so I could, like, Expedition map for Bog here. Okay, so let's go play land, cast Cruelty, Chapter 2. I'm going to tutor up Mind Shatter, or as it's known by some chatters, Mind Rot. Mind Rot them. We've also gotten back Grief, but yeah, they just discard 2 Shardless Agents, then I get to reanimate the Archon here, and then if they living end on their turn, I'm able to, ooh, interesting draw. I'm going to be able to just reanimate Archon with the Cruelty trigger. Zaki, 2 months, thank you. Could have just Cruelty for Bog. Yeah, we could have done that. I think that, I don't know that line is better than this line. a lot of like reasonable lines there, right? Read ahead makes these cards so tricky to evaluate, I feel. Okay, so we're gonna target the Grief. Wait, why didn't you do that in response? Okay, Violent Outburst obviously was the worst case scenario. That being said, we get to spin Golos. Maybe the Bog line was better. Another Golos, an Expedition map. So I have to let this go. They get to Grief me. And I've already used the Takenuma. I haven't played my land yet. I don't think we're dead next turn. I could be wrong, I guess. Can't block these, so we can chump here if we need to. Take 9 plus 4, 13, 16. I can also block here, take 3 more down to 19. So I do have to chump block, unfortunately. But then I can Witch's Cottage back Archon for the win. Sadly, my Takenuma has been used already, because I think we would have enough to... Oh, maybe we'd be a little short. Did not Axel Cottage? Did I? Oh, no, I did. Blast on 5. I can't play Blast Zone and Sack at all in the same turn. Why didn't I cottage earlier? Can you tell me, like, at what spot I'm supposed to be cottaging, right? It's been a long game. I don't know what spot I was supposed to cottage. I also don't know when this got exiled. Oh, got exiled to Golos. When I got the castle, it should have been cottage. I just got the castle. The cottage is currently exiled. So that wasn't a line. When I hit it off Golos, there was nothing good for me to cottage. Because now I need to. I can shuffle this to reset my top deck. Jump block here. Go to 1. I'll look at create. I'll take a look in a second. I'll double check that I did my math correctly. So I block here. I take 9, 14, 16, 19. Yeah. So I can draw Cruelty of Gix. I can draw Archon of Cruelty. I could draw another Golos Spin. I could draw Damnation. 3 Archons, 1 Damnation, 2 Golos, 1 Invoke Despair, 2 Cruelty as outs. I can also draw Cling to Dust as a cantrip. Unmarked Grave for Cling to Dust as a cantrip. Castle Lock. Get my Castle Lock Twin maybe as a redraw here. Not with the Thoughtseize draw. Yeah, I guess I should have probably gone for the Bajuka Bog line. I was thinking that I was beating this, but I guess I just wasn't, huh? Why not get a land? Didn't you fail to find? No, I thought I clicked on the swamp. I meant to click on a swamp there. Everything's falling apart. It was an unintentional fail to find. Opponent said Archon was on top. Sorry, stupid lucky draw. Ugh. Tough stuff, huh? I really thought I clicked on the swamp. I'm surprised that I didn't, I guess. I think I like the Aeons, the promised into this matchup. I think that playing Titan in a Yorion version of the creativity deck makes a lot of sense, where your mana is kind of shaky, but playing the full 80 cards, you need to play all your tutor targets, makes it a lot less shaky. Can't turn 2 Voidwalker. Gonna keep though. I'm gonna play this first. The Bog obviously has a little bit more value if we hold it. I would probably just sideboard the Besage. I don't know if you should be Nick the Besage. I would think it'd be pretty likely to just sideboard it. That being said, I feel like this list looks very clean. I think you could maybe go like -1 Transmogrify, +1 Prismari Commands. I'm not sure exactly what Iona is trying to target. Yeah, if you want to explain the Iona to me, I'm curious, but I feel like this list. Wait, they didn't play a land. I think choosing to reanimate your Archon might have been the bad spot. Yeah, maybe. But I mean, I had it flipped to the Golos, and my opponent was top decking. Iona on white is good versus 4 colors. Answer sweet. Huh. It's kind of cute. Kind of cute. Did my opponent accidentally keep a one-lander? What's going on? Damn it, damn you, Street Wraith. Although what's nice here is I have a Voidwalker in the yard that Voidwalker can cast Living End. And I'm not going to die to this 8 damage, I think, or I hope not. Okay, I'm down to mind, 2 at random mind rot. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably worth testing. I think that you could also be fine just not ever playing, not needing a card like this, playing like the 4th Force of Vigor or like 4th Dovin's Veto be fine. But I think this looks super clean. I think it's kind of clear you put a lot of thought into it. I don't have very many notes. I mean, I can't play the Scalding Tarn here, so I just have to let this go. Birds, Sword Monitor Palace, play a set of various patrons, ensure if it's good right now. Yeah, I like the look of it at least. Okay, discard Architects of Will and Violent Outburst. I like the idea. I think there's some cool thoughts there. I'm not I think without like playing it myself, I don't think I could really have too many more ideas just because of how like Yorion decks are so hard to evaluate just looking at them. But the list looks super clean to me. I think more specifically Yorion, like the Primeval Titan makes more sense as a Yorion deck for me than not. All 5 drops. Charge Blast Zone? Yeah, sorry, I should be charging Blast Zone. Could be kind of bad about it. Looks like my opponent's considering Violent Outbursting. They would hit me for 9 plus 6, 15. But then I could cast Living End off my Voidwalker. Should we try to get Blast Zone into Street Wraith territory? Yeah, we should be. I can also play the Scalding Tarn next turn, I guess. Although it's probably better to leave the second Voidwalker uncracked so that if my opponent, has a Force of Negation, I could just Living End a second time. Oh, and I also get to Living End back 1 Voidwalker into play. Just have 1 in graveyard, 1 in play to exile the yard seems really nice. Oh, sorry, I forgot to take out the Blast Zone again. I'm sorry. Just kind of focused. Yeah, so I guess if no, sorry, I shouldn't have played around Force of Negation here, because this just exiles this. But I can Damnation. And then I can cast Force off the Voidwalker if they have another Force. So I think it's better than just putting a Scalding Tarn into play. Obviously, like, shuffling after the Architects of Me is fine, but I only have 2 Architects cards left. And all their creatures are exiled too if the Voidwalker stays in play there. Okay, I will remember to charge the counter on the Blast Zone. Cascade first. I don't know. I feel like just playing around a second Force is good there, and again, like exiling the creatures from the yard is really nice. But maybe cascading was better. Or no, is this even exiled with a void counter? It is. Okay. Land, please. Not that one. Not that one. Okay, Blast Zone, ticking right on up though. Report? No, but we'll take that. We'll take that. How many swamps? We have 5 swamps, 1 cottage, 6 fetch lands, 3 Urborgs, 4 expedition map, 4 profane tutor. So if I cascade, I can hit Thoughtseize, Cling to Dust, Profane Tutor, Expedition Map, Mind Shatter. Hitting Map or Profane Tutor seems so nice. I think I'm gonna spin. This could be a bit of a spew, but I feel like I need to try to unlock my hand, you know? Sometimes lines work out, huh? Alright, so we can't double 5-drop, so I'll just cast the Archon. Oh, I discard the... sorry, I drew the Thoughtseize. I should cast this Thoughtseize. Then to the Archon attack next turn. Cool. I flip the new right-click HUD. I'm not used to it yet. I like it in theory. I like that they're actually trying to improve the interface, which I feel like it's been like way too long before a UI update. Oh, I didn't realize they were out of living ends. This is, I hate Voidwalker so very much. Feel ya. I'm Margrave very good in this matchup. I think I like leading on the Thoughtseize here. Can we run a single World Tree for Golos? We have Cascading Cataracts. I don't think... what's bad about World Tree is with Cascading Cataracts, you can filter the Coffer's mana into the Cataracts. You can't do that with the World Tree. Force of Negation, the Thoughtseize. So I should probably prioritize Unmarked Grave to decent... So it's to not lose to, you know, living end and stuff here. Cycle Street Wraith. No, if we get forced into living in, good for them. Or, you know, endurance, whatever. Not sure that the Voidwalker is doing so much at this point. The Grief Pitch living end. Do you feel like this deck is underplayed? I feel like it's just in top 8 more. I mean, yeah, it doesn't see almost any play. I like the deck. I will say that, like, I dislike a lot of, like, the other versions that I see. I think they play a lot of cards that, like, are just, like, goofy and bad and... you know, with peace and love. Alright, so yeah, I don't think the playing the Voidwalker accomplishes, you know, super much here. I'm very likely to map for Bog next turn. Potentially force Violent Outburst to happen. The Bog's been pretty good today. They do Violent Outburst. I can tutor up a Damnation next turn. And I shouldn't be dead to this attack either. And they should be going down to 0 cards. So they're going to sack a 3-power creature. I can block a Curator. And so I'm going to hit 8, 11, plus 7, 18. I'm at 23. I get to upkeep Shuffle with the Profane Tutor, so I don't need to shuffle off the Delta. Takes the Profane Tutor. Sacks the Architects. Discards our last card, and I draw a somewhat useless Urborg. They do get to scry 1, and they keep the card on top. Fuck. They kept it on top so fast. I'm dead to another Violent Outburst. Do I not want to shuffle for Architect? I'm going to shuffle off the Profane Tutor, but there's also no reason to shuffle now, right? Or shuffle because the Archon trigger. I mean, there's like no 1-mana spell that matters, but I guess that's fine. Am I dead if they have the bounce card? Just find out, I guess. 8, 11, 11 plus 11. I go to 1. and I was dead if I shuffled. Go to 1. Which I hear is not, in fact, 0. Nice, nice. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to just Voidwalker first here. So I can exile all these. Has been a fun match, huh? So I have 6. Yeah, not quite enough to Mind Shatter for 1. Cube is better. Thank you for the 19 months. Appreciate you. Welcome back. I can also Witch's Cottage back Delta or off of Delta. Get back to Voidwalker. Oh, my opponent didn't living in response. I guess they only have 1 living in left, so it's gonna be hard for them to win if they do that. Awesome, we won. Very cool game. Very cool game. Yeah, definitely running hot for sure. I mean, they ran very hot too. They had a very good draw. Definitely don't think that matchup's too bad. Okay, let's make a couple changes. I think I want to move the Mind Shatter to the side, the 3rd push to the main. I think I'm just gonna cut the Thought Distortion, keep it the Mind Shatter, just mostly side this in against 4-color Omnath. And then that opens up the sideboard by 1. I could play the 3rd copy of Break the Ice. Freezy Pop, thank you for the 10 months, appreciate you. You play the 3rd Damnation for Mind Sludge. Yeah, everybody's pet card is going in the sideboard right now. Target player discards a card for each swamp you control.